Hello and welcome to Cricfit here. Today we are going to preview the match between Chennai Super Kings and Rajasthan Royals, two teams lying at the bottom of the points table so far in this season. If we look at the record, both teams have about won just 3 matches and lost about 5 matches. So not in a great position as of now, because if they want to qualify for the playoffs, they'll have to win each and every game from now on, and the other results with the other teams will have to go in their favor. So, when we talk about Chennai Super Kings, Rajasthan Royals, and even Kings 11 Punjab, it looks a bit unlikely that these three teams might qualify for the playoffs. But then again, IPL is IPL. We can expect the unexpected. So let's just hope these two teams fight it out today, because now, since Chennai and Rajasthan are in the same position, one team winning will have an edge over the other team here, quite obviously. But looking at the record, again, I mentioned they have won just 3 matches, whereas there are teams like Mumbai, Delhi, Royal Challengers Bangalore, all these teams have won more than 5-6 matches. So, when we talk about the record, it's they are falling way behind here. But talking about today's game here, Chennai Super Kings have won the toss, not the match so far. But yeah, Chennai Super Kings have won the toss and they have elected to bat first here. The match is at Abu Dhabi, the Sheikh Zayed Cricket Stadium in Abu Dhabi. And, when we talk about the record at this particular stadium, it doesn't really matter if you bat first or ball first, because records have gone in favor of teams batting first and bowling first as well. So it doesn't really make a difference here, you bat first or ball first, because about 6 or 7 teams batting first have won the match at Abu Dhabi, whereas about 4 or 5 teams have won the match bowling first at Abu Dhabi. And the match which happened day before yesterday at the Abu Dhabi Cricket Stadium, the pitch was very hard. We're not really sure which pitch they're using today, but pitch was very hard. There was hardly any assistance for the fast bowlers. Fast bowlers would have to hit the deck hard. Now, obviously, the long boundary would also come into play. So spinners would have a big role to play here. But as we speak, we will also talk about the playing 11s, as they turn up the toss has just happened. But talking about the playing 11s, first of all, there's an injury blow for the Chennai Super Kings side here. Dwayne Bravo, who didn't ball the last over of the last match against Delhi Capitals, as we all expected Dwayne Bravo to ball that last over when you needed about 18-19 runs. That over specialist Dwayne Bravo didn't ball because he was off the field. Ravindra Jadeja came into ball, and then Akshar Patel just hammered him for 3 sixes out of the stadium. So again, Dwayne Bravo, a massive injury blow. We'll have to see if Chennai Super Kings bring back Imran Tahir for the first time in the season, because he hasn't featured in even one match in the season here. So Imran Tahir coming back into the side will be an interesting pick. We will have to look into that factor as well. If they drop Karan Sharma, or they take a harsh call with some other senior player in the side, if one of Faf du Plessis or Shane Watson gets dropped, so even that comes into play. So we will have to look in those factors as well. Whereas agar hum Rajasthan ki baat kare, to it's been a side of experiments. इस टूर्नामेंट में सबसे ज्यादा एक्सपेरिमेंट्स राजस्थान रॉयल्स ने किए हैं. अगर हम ओपनिंग कॉम्बिनेशन की बात करें, दे हैव हैड द मोस्ट नंबर ऑफ ओपनिंग कॉम्बिनेशंस इन दिस सीजन अलोन. आई मीन 5 ओपनिंग कॉम्बिनेशंस थे उनके, एंड दे प्लेड अबाउट 7 मैचेस. 2 ही मैचेस में उनके ओपनिंग combination same rahe hai. In the first match they had Jaiswal open the innings, then Josh Butler came in, so Jaiswal went out. Then Steve Smith was opening along with Jaiswal, and then क्या मतलब क्या चल रहा है हमें अब तक समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. बिकॉज अभी लास्ट मैच में हमने देखा कि जॉस बटलर इन ओपन इनिंग्स दे शिफ्टेड रोहित शर्मा की बात नहीं कर रहा मैं, रॉबिन उत्तपा की बात कर रहा हूँ. सो रॉबिन उत्तपा came to open the innings, and then Ben Stokes retained his place as an opener, and then down the order we saw Josh Butler coming down the order when he should have actually opened in place of Ben Stokes. तो काफी experiments चालू है. Halfway through the tournament so far, we have been halfway through the tournament, and Rajasthan Royals are still trying to figure out what opening combination they are likely to face in this match here. But we'll first of all take a look at the playing 11s of Rajasthan Royals. First of all, so Uttapa, Stokes, Samson, Smith, Butler, Tewatia, Rajput, Tyagi, Riyan Parag. Yeah. So I see only one change coming here, and that change is of Jaydev Unadkat. I think he sits out and Ankit Rajput comes in. Obviously, पिछले मैच में हमने देखा ही था कि AB de Villiers ने उनाडकट का क्या हाल किया. So which is why he is not featuring in today's match here. So that's the only one change I see here. But then again एक और बात देखनी पड़ेगी कि does Stokes still open the innings for them? If not, then they'll have to go with Butler. Butler and Uttapa is the ideal opening combination. They should have gone from the first match itself, but ऐसा हुआ नहीं. Obviously, Sanju Samson is also another player who can open the innings. In the past, उन्होंने Delhi Daredevils के लिए open किया है. And as an opening batsman, Sanju Samson is also a good option. But I don't think Rajasthan Royals will look to try another combination in this season. Yeah, otherwise. they'll 7-8 मैच खेले रहेंगे और आप बस अपना ओपनिंग कॉम्बिनेशन ही चेंज करते रहो. यही हाल रहेगा राजस्थान का. तो let's see if Stokes retains his position as an opener or they'll just go with Butler and Uttapa. So that's it about the Rajasthan Royals side here. We'll talk about the Chennai Super Kings side here. They have Fab du Plessis, Sam Curran. Sam Curran has done well as an opener so far in this tournament. In that first match he opened, he scored about 31 runs of about 21 deliveries. So a good knock. Chennai Super Kings needs that start in the power play, and that's what Sam Curran provides you. So Sam Curran, Fab du Plessis, Shane Watson, Ambati Rayudu at 4, MS Dhoni, Ravindra Jadeja, Kedar Jadhav. Again, I see one change coming in here, and I see two changes actually. Karan Sharma is sitting out. Piyush Chawla comes in place of Karan Sharma, and Dwayne Bravo, the obvious change which was likely to happen because he is injured. So Dwayne Bravo sits out, and you have Josh Hazelwood coming in. So इमरान ताहिर इज मिसिंग आउट टुडे अगेन. जी देखिए, मुझे अब तक नहीं समझ रहा कि क्यों नहीं खिला रहे इमरान ताहिर को. विकेट टेकिंग ऑप्शन है. ही कैन बी अ बॉलर who could provide Chennai Super Kings those wickets in the middle overs, which unfortunately the other bowlers are not doing. देखिए, रविंद्र जडेजा pick up the wickets नहीं रहे इस सीजन में so far. When we talk about Piyush Chawla, Karan Sharma, wickets लिए, but again haven't been that effective. ऐसा performance नहीं रहा है कि they have changed the match or match turning ऐसा कुछ उन्होंने किया है. So that has been lacking in Chennai Super Kings side here this season here. But so let's just look at few questions before moving on to players to watch out for in today's game here. So Rohit Ajmera has a question here. Why Imran Tahir was kept out? देखिए रोहित, आज के मैच में भी वो नहीं खेल रहे. मतलब मुझे लगा था कि वो खेलेंगे आज का मैच, तो क्योंकि ड्वेन ब्रावो जैसे एक्सपीरियंस प्लेयर एक बाहर बैठे. सो you always expect to replace your experienced player with another experienced player, but it is not happening here. Imran Tahir is sitting out again. उन्होंने ट्रांसफर भी नहीं लिया है कि वो दूसरे टीम में जाके खेले दूसरे साइड के लिए. वो भी नहीं हो पा रहा है. मिड सीजन ट्रांसफर चालू है. दैट कुड हैव आल्सो वर्कड in his favor actually. Someone like Delhi Capitals would have loved to have Imran Tahir in the side, but again Imran Tahir, very unfortunate for him to miss out in this season. Not even a single game so far. जो लास्ट ईयर के हाईएस्ट विकेट टेकर थे आईपीएल एडिशन के, पिछले साल के 2019 सीजन में उन्होंने पर्पल कैप जीता था, और इस साल एक भी मैच नहीं खेल रहे. मतलब आप चेन्नई सुपर किंग्स साइड के हालात समझे कि आपका कॉम्बिनेशन इस तरह बना है कि आप इमरान ताहिर के लिए जगह नहीं बना पा रहे. So it's trouble in paradise for Chennai Super Kings, because the other day I was watching another show where Ajay Jadeja said that Chennai Super Kings के पास bench strength नहीं है अभी कि they could replace someone in this side, which is which we are seeing right now. Because अगर उन्होंने replacements किए, then we have seen Ruturaj Gaikwad come in, Murli Vijay, Jagdishan, all these players. But Imran Tahir जैसे player एक भी game मिला नहीं अब तक. When we talk about Dwayne Bravo, पहले कुछ matches के लिए injured थे. Then Josh Hazelwood, Lungi Engiri, ये games मिल नहीं रहे players को, because the combination they are going with is a bit it's just binding them to not changing any playing 11s here. So that's another thing here. We'll take a few more questions here. So Prashant Gautam, RCB fan missing today from the show. Obviously, we'll have him back for tomorrow's show, hopefully. Prashant, I hope you're doing well, but we'll take Prashant's question here. Do you think Chennai Super King should open with their trusted duo of Faf du Plessis and Watson, not Karan? Are you missing me? Obviously, Prashant, आपको हम मिस कर ही रहे हैं, तो मैंने पहले तो बोला ही, तो आप अपनी तबीयत का ध्यान रखिए और कल वापस फ्रेश आ जाइए. और अगर हम बात करें ओपनिंग डुओ की, फाफ डू प्लेसी, वॉटसन, सैम करन, अभी ये 3 प्लेयर्स हैं, इनमें से 2 प्लेयर्स ओपन करेंगे. देखिए, फाफ डू प्लेसी और शेन वॉटसन, चेन्नई सुपर किंग्स का फर्स्टली उनका वो मतलब क्या बोलते हैं उसको, एक ट्रस्टेड कॉम्बिनेशन था, बट अगेन दे वर नॉट गिविंग दो स्टार्ट्स टू चेन्नई सुपर किंग्स. आप 6 ओवर में 30 रन नहीं बना सकते, आपको 6 ओवर में 40, 50, 60 अच्छा स्टार्ट मिलना चाहिए. बिकॉज इन द पावर प्ले, इफ यू हैव अ गुड स्टार्ट, यू विल गो ऑन टू विन द मैच. बिकॉज अगर पावर प्ले में आपके रन 30 रन है, 40 रन है, या फिर पावर प्ले में आप 3 या 4 विकेट खो रहे हैं, तो वहीं पे आपका आधा मैच खत्म हो जाता है. एंड व्हेन यू लूज 3-4 विकेट्स, वो टीम का एक जो कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल रहता है, मोटिवेशन लेवल रहता है, वो भी नीचे आ जाता है. क्योंकि देन यू हैव टू रिलाई ऑन योर लो ऑर्डर बैट्समैन. तो काफी टेक्निकलिटीज आते हैं उसमें, एंड विच इज व्हाई आई वुड पर्सनली गो विद सैम करन एंड फाफ डू प्लेसी और शेन वॉटसन. दोनों में से किसी को भी भेज दीजिए, बिकॉज दे आर क्वाइट सिमिलर एज द रोल दे आर प्लेइंग फॉर चेन्नई सुपर किंग्स इन दिस सीजन. या सो सैम करन शुड ओपन, एक्सप्लोसिव स्टार्ट देंगे, जल्दी आउट हो जाएंगे कोई बात नहीं, बट अगर आप 10-15 बॉल में अगर आप 30-40 रन बना रहे और आउट हो रहे, तो it's a win for the, it's an absolute win for the Chennai Super Kings side, because then later on you can have Jadeja come in, Dhoni, Kedar Jadhav, Shane Watson, Ambati Rayudu, all these players can capitalize on that good start they have got here. So that's another thing we will see. If it's quite obvious that Sam Curran will open with Faf du Plessis into this game. So Prashant, I hope I've answered your question, and कल थोड़ा आ जाइए आप, ठीक है? So that's it from Prashant here. Yash Garia has another question here. Is Sam Curran a good choice for opening pair? Yash, मैंने अभी आंसर किया, so we will move ahead with your next question. So क्या CSK को अपने ओल्ड पेयर राइडो एंड वॉटसन को ओपन कराना चाहिए? देखिए यश, अभी काफी लेट हो चुका है. यू डोंट वांट टू बी अनदर राजस्थान रॉयल साइड कि आप अब तक एक्सपेरिमेंट्स ही करते रहो. आपका विनिंग एक प्लेइंग 11 बना नहीं अब तक, एंड विच इज अ मेजर कंसर्न, एंड अभी जाके अगर आप ओपनिंग कॉम्बिनेशन को चेंज करेंगे, तो अगर आप राइडू को ऊपर भेजेंगे, नीचे कौन बैटिंग करेगा? विल यू सेंड फाफ डू प्लेसी डाउन द ऑर्डर? शेन वॉटसन ओपनिंग करेंगे? एज आई सेड, काफी टेक्निकलिटीज आती है. तो अभी के लिए व्हेन यू आर not in a great position to play in the tournament so far, playoffs के chances बहुत कम है. It is very important that एक playing 11 आप पकड़ो और उसी के साथ रहो. That's what I think should happen with Chennai. Obviously राजस्थान जैसे नहीं बनना है. 7 मैचेस में 5 ओपनिंग कॉम्बिनेशंस कर दी, यही पे मतलब आधा सीजन खत्म हो गया, और राजस्थान अपना बस बैटिंग ऑर्डर ही मतलब तय कर रहे हैं. मैचेस तो वैसे भी they are not winning that many. So that's what we will have to see again, about Chennai Super Kings. But it's more likely that we will see Sam Curran and Faf du Plessis open the batting for CSK today. So moving on, we will talk about the players to watch out for in today's game here. So I have gone in with Ambati Rayudu and Steve Smith. देखिए, Ambati Rayudu ने 7 मैचेस में 237 रन्स किए, average is more than 40. But if you look at that strike rate, that is a bit of worry here for Chennai Super Kings. The other day, when Kevin Peterson was commentating, I'm like, what he was saying was, Ambati Rayudu is lacking that intent against Royal Challengers Bangalore, that match which happened. He was batting, he was scoring runs, but intent nahi tha, intent missing tha, and that is what hurt the Chennai Super Kings side, because बाद में it was just too much for Dhoni to finish off, and अभी you need your top order batsman to bat at a strike rate of 130, 140, तब जाके आप कुछ रन्स बना पाएंगे, फिनिशर्स को एक चांस मिलेगा मैचेस फिनिश ऑफ करने के लिए, बट दैट इज नॉट हैपनिंग. ऑन द अदर हैंड, स्टीव स्मिथ 9 मैचेस में 220 रन किए, बट देखिए, स्टीव स्मिथ पिछले मैच में अच्छी पारी खेली थी, 50 रन की पारी खेली थी उन्होंने सनराइजर्स हैदराबाद के साथ. एंड अगेन उधर भी मतलब दे लॉस्ट द मैच. नॉट सनराइजर हैदराबाद, इट वाज रॉयल चैलेंजर्स बैंगलोर, जहां पे एबी डिविलियर्स ने वो मैच फिनिश किया, उनारकट को वो 25-26 रन का ओवर जो मारा था. सो अगेन स्टीव स्मिथ विल हैव टू बकल अप. उनको डिसाइड करना होगा कि इज ही गोइंग टू ओपन द इनिंग्स और इज ही गोइंग टू बैट डाउन द ऑर्डर. सो दैट्स अ क्वेश्चन Steve Smith will have to look up to, whether he'll bat at 3, opening karenge. So Steve Smith, Ambati Raido, key players to watch out for in today's game. But again, अब देखना होगा कि how well these two players fare up, because इनके अगर हम 7 मैचेस या 9 मैचेस की बात करें, सारे मैचेस में इन्होंने इतना अच्छा प्रदर्शन नहीं किया है. There have been 2 to 3 matches they have performed well, but in the other matches they have lacked that sort of performance they needed for their side to win. जब किंग्स 11 पंजाब और राजस्थान रॉयल्स का मैच हुआ था शारजा में, राहुल टेवाटिया के ऊपर इतना प्रेशर आ गया था, ही हैड टू हिट दोस बॉल्स आउट. ऑब्वियसली संजू सैमसन थे दूसरे एंड पे, बट देन अगेन एक अकेला प्लेयर नहीं कर सकता सब कुछ. द अदर डे वी स्पोक अ लॉट अबाउट राहुल टेवाटिया फिनिशिंग दैट मैच ऑफ विद 5 सिक्सेस, बट दूसरे एंड पे आपके पास संजू सैमसन थे जिन्होंने 80 रन की पारी खेली थी. ही वाज गोइंग रियली वेल, व्हिच इज व्हाई टेवाटिया को वो एक प्लेटफॉर्म मिला, एंड he just went after Sheldon Cottrell the other day. But we will have to also look at that factor as well, because you need everyone to contribute in a team game. Cricket एक अकेले प्लेयर से नहीं खेला जाता और अकेला प्लेयर सब कुछ नहीं कर सकता. But moving on, we will move on to the game changers for today's game here. I have gone in with Shardul Thakur and Joffra Archer here. देखिए, शार्दुल ठाकुर जब MS धोनी के अंदर खेलते हैं तो एक अलग सा प्लेयर नजर आता है उनमें. देखिए, पहले के 2-3 मैचेस में फीचर नहीं किया उन्होंने. चेन्नई वेंट विद अनदर कॉम्बिनेशन, दे वेंट विद लुंगी एंगीरी, जॉश हेजलवुड को भी खिलाया. बट जब से शार्दुल ठाकुर आए, आई थिंक ही हैज बीन वन बॉलर हु हैज बीन वेरी इंस्ट्रूमेंटल टू Chennai Super Kings ever since he started playing for Chennai last year. देखिए, 6 मैचेस में 9 विकेट्स लिया. आई थिंक 2018 सीजन में भी he was he played a key role in Chennai Super Kings winning that tournament in 2018. So talking about Shardul Thakur, 6 matches, 9 wickets. Economy थोड़ा ऊपर नीचे रहा है because he normally balls up in the power play or death overs में. So that's one thing because of which the economy has gone down. But Shardul Thakur has been very impressive. 6 matches में 9 wickets it's not bad for a bowler bowling at the death. क्योंकि वैसे भी अब runs बहुत खाते हो, and then so there's a lot to talk about with Shardul Thakur. He has been a complete different player, which is why he's a game changer for me here. On the other hand, Joffra Archer, जितनी भी बात करे उनकी ये बात मतलब कम पड़ जाएगी, because impactful player रहे हैं. He is regarded as one of the best bowlers in world cricket as of now. टेस्ट मैचेस में हमने देखा कि क्या कर सकते हैं. स्टीव स्मिथ को वो बाउंसर डाला था, ऑलमोस्ट उनका सर फोड़ दिया था, which led to Steve Smith being out of the next test match. World Cup में आए, before the World Cup he had played only 1 game and then came into the World Cup and played a key role in England winning that World Cup last year. So Joffra Archer की बात करें, जितनी बात करें उतनी कम है, because इम्पैक्टफुल प्लेयर है, काफी ज्यादा प्रभाव लाते हैं राजस्थान रॉयल्स की साइड में, और काफी मतलब जो उनका विनिंग फॉर्मूला रहता है उसमें उनका परसेंटेज काफी ज्यादा रहता है. एंड दैट इज व्हाट मैटर्स, बिकॉज इफ यू आर बॉलिंग ओवर्स अप फ्रंट, in a T20 you have to get those dot balls and wickets लेना है आपको, and all this at the cost of not getting hit for many runs. And Joffra Archer is one of the lethal bowlers in world cricket, and he has been doing really well this season here. So with this, we will look at few other questions here. अतुल पांडे जी से और एक यहाँ पे सवाल आया है, हमारे रेगुलर व्यूअर है अतुल पांडे, so we'll take few questions from him as well here. Do you see Mitchell Santner getting a game for CSK in this IPL? देखिए अतुल जी, काफी मुश्किल लगता है विथ रविंद्र जडेजा ऑलरेडी इन द साइड. अगर इमरान ताहिर को गेम नहीं मिल रहा तो आप कैसे एक्सपेक्ट करते हो कि मिचेल सैंटनर को गेम मिलेगा? ऑब्वियसली अगर आपको सैंटनर को खिलाना है तो एक फॉरेन प्लेयर को निकालना होगा, एंड फॉर दैट वी आर सीइंग दैट फाफ डू प्लेसी वोंट गेट ड्रॉप्ड, शेन वॉटसन वोंट गेट ड्रॉप्ड, Then you are left with Sam Curran. Sam Curran has been very impressive this season. उसको भी drop नहीं कर सकते. You're left with one player, and that was Dwayne Bravo. आज उनकी जगह भी जॉश हेजलवुड ने ले ली. So मिचेल सैंटनर के लिए यहाँ पे कोई जगह नहीं है, and that's sad to see actually. इतने अच्छे मैच विनर्स है आपके साइड में, but because of the team combination you're following, you're not just able to play these all players in your side, and that's just too sad to see here. But as far as my opinion is concerned here, Mitchell Santner unfortunately won't get a game, because in order to play Santner in the side, you will have to drop Sam Curran or Josh Hazelwood. And I don't think Chennai would want to lose another fast bowler here. Dwayne Bravo is already out of the side. You only have Shardul Thakur, Deepak Chahar, and now Josh Hazelwood bowling those overs. So, fast bowlers ki kafi, problem hai. Obviously, you have domestic players in your side like KM Asif, even Monu Kumar is there. Under 19 World Cup khele the. So, but again, I don't think they will play. If we talk about Santner won't get a game. That's all I want to say here. So we will look at a few more questions here. I'll just find a few questions. They have gone up, but yeah, Prashant Gautam has another question. Yeah, देखिए Prashant Gautam कभी भी गेम से आउट नहीं होते. तबियत खराब है फिर भी he's sitting at the other end and contributing with questions. So salute to Prashant here. So with another question, Prashant is here. Consider the weak death bowling of Rajasthan Royals. Would you consider keeping 3 overs of Archer for the end? देखिए प्रशांत, इसके लिए पहले हम राजस्थान रॉयल्स की स्क्वाड को देखते हैं. देखिए बॉलिंग ऑप्शंस आपके पास क्या है? अंकित राजपूत, कार्तिक त्यागी एंड जोफ्रा आर्चर. तो ओपनिंग ओवर्स आपको कार्तिक त्यागी एंड अंकित राजपूत से कराने होंगे. एंड एज फार एज अंकित राजपूत इज कंसर्न, वो कोलकाता नाइट राइडर्स के लिए खेले थे पिछले साल. ज्यादा कुछ इम्पैक्ट ऐसा नजर नहीं आया. आई एम नॉट रियली श्योर इफ ही इज अ टिपिकल डेथ बॉलर. सो एंड starting के overs में भी we are not really sure if he'll get hit for plenty, but in the past we have seen him pick wickets in the power play. So अंकित राजपूत, कार्तिक त्यागी, देखिए बॉलिंग की अगर बात करें राजस्थान की काफी वीक है. they are just too weak here. एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है. कार्तिक त्यागी अपना पहला आईपीएल खेल रहे. अंकित राजपूत ने ज्यादा आईपीएल मैचेस खेले नहीं है. कोलकाता के लिए भी इन एंड आउट रहते थे. सो अगेन अंकित राजपूत इज लैकिंग एक्सपीरियंस. Then we talk about Shreyas Gopal. Okay, ठीक है, 2-3 seasons खेले हैं, but then again is this season में I've not seen him cause that impact to the batsman. पिछले 2 साल में हमने we spoke a lot about Shreyas Gopal, how he was troubling Virat Kohli and other world class batsmen in the tournament, but that is not happening this season. So Shreyas Gopal is a bit a worry here. But as far as your question is concerned, Prashant, I would personally keep Archer 10 overs for the death overs. But again, that depends. If now in today's game, Chennai Super Kings are batting first, so I don't think Steve Smith would keep 3 overs of Archer. Obviously, अगर एक close match होने वाला है या फिर if Rajasthan Royals are bowling second, then that could have been an option. But as far as Steve Smith is concerned, I think he would ball Joffra Archer in the power play, get those early wickets and get that good start for Rajasthan Royals. So I hope I've answered your question here. But before we move on to other questions, we will take a look at today's fantasy picks first of all. So the fantasy picks for today's game, you can go with Sam Curran, Steve Smith. देखिए Sam Curran काफी impactful रहे as a player. He has contributed with both bat and ball, which is why you have to make him as a captain, because बैटिंग ओपनिंग करेंगे, रन स्कोर करेंगे, पॉइंट्स मिलेंगे, विकेट्स भी लेंगे बॉलिंग करके, वहां पे भी पॉइंट्स मिलेंगे. सो सैम करन इज अ गुड पिक एज अ कैप्टन. देन फॉर वाइस कैप्टन स्टीव स्मिथ, पिछले मैच के फॉर्म को लेके अगर हम उनको सिलेक्ट करें तो ही लुक्स इन गुड टच. सो स्टीव स्मिथ इज आल्सो अनदर ऑप्शन यू कुड कीप इन माइंड फॉर योर वाइस कैप्टन. And talking about the batsmen, bowlers and all-rounders, batting में आप जॉस बटलर को ले सकते हैं. Obviously, we expect him to open. So देखिए Fantasy 11 में आपको एक बात हमेशा ध्यान रखनी चाहिए. You pick your Fantasy 11 based on the player's performance. ये एक criteria रहा, but you should not pick your fantasy 11 based on the batting order. तो अगर MS धोनी 5-6 पे बैटिंग कर रहे, he won't accumulate you a lot of points. So you will have to look at batsmen who bat in the top 3 for each side. So Josh Butler, Sanju Samson, Steve Smith, Faf du Plessis, Sam Curran, ये top 3 में खेलते हैं. So they will get you more points. Obviously, अगर एक early collapse रहा, then the batsman down the order will score runs, but that is very unlikely and you cannot predict. So when you're always, picking your fantasy 11, always pick batsmen who bat in the top 3 and all-rounders up, ऐसे देखिए जो ऊपर भी खेलेंगे. You should not pick someone who would bat down the order and एक या दो overs ही करेंगे. So you should keep these things in mind. These things I follow, which is why I'm telling you. So it will help you when you're picking your fantasy 11. But coming back to the fantasy 11 here, I spoke about Josh Butler, Steve Smith. Again देखिए, जॉस बटलर ओपनिंग करेंगे, स्टीव स्मिथ नंबर 3 पे आएंगे, फाफ डू प्लेसी ओपन करेंगे, अंबती रायडू 4 पे आएंगे, शेन वॉटसन अगेन ओपन करेंगे या फिर नंबर 3 पे आएंगे. देखिए ये सारे बैट्समैन को पॉइंट्स देंगे. Then you can have MS Dhoni as a wicket keeper or Josh Butler as a wicket keeper, either one of them. In all-rounders, Rajasthan के side में you have Rahul Tewatia, you can pick him as one all-rounder, but you can always look at Ravindra Jadeja because he has been batting up the order and he has also been picking wickets. So obviously उनका जो last match था इतना अच्छा नहीं गया, 3 छक्के खाए अक्षर पटेल से, but Ravindra Jadeja is a match winner. He और फैंटेसी गेम जब आप खेलते हो तो आपको फील्डिंग के लिए भी पॉइंट्स मिलते हैं. सो रविंद्र जडेजा इज वन प्लेयर हु वुड कंट्रीब्यूट इन ऑल 3 डिपार्टमेंट्स. उनके डायरेक्ट हिट्स, रन आउट्स, कैचेस, इन सब से आपको पॉइंट्स मिलेंगे. सो यू शुड लुक एट रविंद्र जडेजा एज वेल एज योर ऑलराउंडर हियर. फॉर द बॉलिंग यू कैन ऑलवेज गो इन विद दीपक चहर. Obviously, पहले overs डालते up front, which is why he's a wicket-taking bowler. Obviously, one more point here about the bowlers when you're picking your fantasy 11 is you should always pick bowlers who would bowl overs up front and are wicket-taking bowlers. ऐसा नहीं कि part-time bowlers को आप ले लें, because जितने विकेट्स लेंगे उतने आपको पॉइंट्स मिलेंगे. आपको ऐसे भी प्लेयर्स को नहीं देखना चाहिए कि दे आर इकोनॉमिकल व्हाइल बॉलिंग बट दे आर नॉट पिकिंग विकेट्स. इकोनॉमी उसका ज्यादा फर्क नहीं पड़ता फैंटेसी 11 में. सो व्हेन यू आर पिकिंग योर फैंटेसी 11, पिक बॉलर्स हु विल पिक विकेट्स एंड नॉट दोज बॉलर्स हु आर इकोनॉमिकल. 4 ओवर में 20 रन देंगे, कोई विकेट नहीं लेंगे, आपको कोई पॉइंट्स नहीं मिलेंगे. पर 4 ओवर में 20 रन और आप अगर 2-3 विकेट लेते हैं तो आपको 20-30 पॉइंट्स मिल जाएंगे. सो प्लीज कीप दिस इन माइंड एज वेल. बट मूविंग अहेड, श्रेयस गोपाल, जोफ्रा आर्चर को भी ले सकते हैं. अगेन श्रेयस गोपाल इतना ज्यादा इम्पैक्ट नहीं रहा है, बट देन अगेन ही इज अ मैच विनर. ही इज समवन हु विल guarantee you wickets, and with the pitches in UAE being spin conducive, you can always expect Shreyas Gopal to cause an upset here. And last but not the least, you can go in with Joffra Archer. So Joffra Archer obviously आज भी opening कर रहे हैं. मैं बाजू में देख रहा हूँ कि he has the ball in his hand and he will be one player we should watch out for. वो मेरे I think he was part of my game changers as well. So Joffra Archer opening the bowling, he will get 2 wickets. Joffra Archer will also get hit for runs, but he will get 2 wickets. So always keep this in mind. Pick bowlers who pick wickets. And I think that's it for today here. I don't think we really have any other questions here. Atul Pandey has another question. We'll take this final question. And if there are other questions, we'll look into that as well. But time is running out. So this question by Atul Pandey: who is a better T20 cricketer, Ben Stokes or Kieron Pollard? What do you think? देखिए, अगर हम IPL की बात करें, just IPL, Ben Stokes in IPL hasn't been that impactful player, what he is in the international circuit. उन्होंने 2016 या 17 में राइजिंग पुणे सुपर जायंट्स के लिए पहला सीजन खेला था. He was the most expensive player, but again he इतना कुछ नजर नहीं आया उनके ओर से. Even when he's playing for Rajasthan Royals, ओपन कर रहे, ज्यादा कुछ कर नहीं रहे. He's bowling but wickets नहीं ले रहे. But on the other hand, if you look at Kieron Pollard, इस सीजन में देखिए, मतलब उस दिन रॉयल चैलेंजर्स बैंगलोर के साथ जो मैच था, he almost won them the match. and it was so impressive from Karen Pollard that he took on the charge to someone like Adam Zampa, went after the spinners, took the match very close, but very unfortunate moment. Indians lost that match in the super over. Again, super overs की बात करें तो काफी ज्यादा सुपर ओवर्स हो रहे हैं. कल के मैच में ही 2 थे, पूरे दिन में 3 थे. So super overs are being, a bit itchy here and there, So there's a lot to talk about, but as far as today's show is concerned, we will wrap up the show now. It's been about, we are way past our time. The match has already started here. 2 balls हो भी गए और यहाँ पे मेरी बातें खत्म ही नहीं हो रही. But with this, we will wrap up today's show here. Thank you so much for all those who tuned into Dial C for Cricfit. It was really a pleasure talking to all you guys. I hope you enjoyed all the facts that I've put forward. If there's one or two things I've missed out, I'll just tell you that MS Dhoni is all set to play his 200 IPL game today. So that's one milestone MS Dhoni is achieving today. So MS Dhoni also becomes the first player to feature in 200 IPL games. So yeah, MS Dhoni first player to play 200 IPL games. Obviously, उनके पीछे विराट कोहली है, रोहित शर्मा है. But again, MS Dhoni, what a legend he has been. I really hope he performs today, takes his side to a victory here, and gets those points above Rajasthan Royals. So thank you so much for watching Dial C for Cricfit here. This is Amay Petkar signing off. But before I sign off, I would ask you to visit our website, www.cricfit.com. We post everything and everything about cricket. Also, do follow us on our social media channels, whether on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and we are also there on YouTube. As we go live on YouTube every day, you should subscribe the YouTube channel so you will be notified every time we go live. So do subscribe us on our YouTube channel as well. All the links for the social media handles are mentioned down below. So please go and follow us there as we cover everything about Cricfit and cricket. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching Dial C for Cricfit. This is Amay Petkar signing off. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 7 p.m. sharp, hopefully with Prashant Gautam tomorrow. And as we both will bring you all the new facts about the matches that is to be played tomorrow. So thank you so much to all. Let's just go and enjoy the match now. Thank you.